Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing well. If you're new here, my name is ZCC and on this channel we talk about different topics surrounding Zion Christian Church, from its history and traditions to its rules, practices, and now even its business side. Whenever we talk about the Zion Christian Church or ZCC, we usually talk about its history, its rules, its traditions, its leadership, and the beliefs of its members. But today, I want us to look at ZCC from a completely different angle: business and entrepreneurship. Have you ever wondered how many businesses can benefit when thousands of ZCC members travel for church gatherings, conferences, celebrations, and pilgrimages? People need transport, they need food, they need accommodation, they need clothing, photography, communication services, and many other things. So today we are asking, what business opportunities exist around the ZCC community, and how can entrepreneurs potentially benefit from them? And just to be clear, this video is not saying that ZCC is a business or that all of these businesses can are officially owned or endorsed by ZCC. I'm talking about businesses that can serve the needs of a large religious community and the economic activity that can happen around major gatherings. So let's get right into it. Let's start with one of the most obvious opportunities, which is transport business. When there is a major ZCC gathering, people travel from different cities, towns, and even countries. That creates demand for buses, minibuses, taxis, private cars, car hire, shuttle services. Imagine organizing transport for a group of 20, 30, or even 50 people traveling to a major church event. The entrepreneur makes money from transporting those people, while the passengers get convenient and organized transportation. And this doesn't necessarily mean you have to own a huge bus. Someone could potentially start small by organizing transport and partnering with vehicle owners, provided they comply with the relevant transport laws and licensing requirements. Then we go to food and catering. Where there are thousands of people, there is one thing you can almost guarantee: people are going to need food. That creates opportunities for caterers, restaurants, food vendors, bakers, and food suppliers. Businesses can potentially make money by providing cooked meals, snacks, bread, and baked goods, fruit and vegetables, bottled water, ice cream, catering services, and bulk food supplies. And there's another opportunity here. Instead of selling directly to church members, someone could become a supplier. For example, if an event requires large quantities of vegetables, bread, or other food products, a farmer or food business could potentially supply those products in bulk. So the opportunity is not only in selling a plate of food. Sometimes the bigger opportunity is supplying the people who are feeding the crowd. Now let's talk about accommodation. When large numbers of people travel to attend um, a major gathering, not everyone lives close enough to go home afterwards. That creates demand for hotels, lodges, guest houses, short-term rentals, rooms for rent, um, camping facilities where appropriate. Someone who owns property in an area that experiences increased demand during major events could potentially earn additional income by providing accommodation. And this is where location becomes important. A business doesn't necessarily have to be inside the church premises. It can be located near the area where people are traveling to. Then another potential opportunity is clothing. Church communities often have specific styles of clothing associated with their members and gatherings that creates opportunities for people who know how to sew, embroider, embroider outer clothing, manufacture garments, sell appropriate church related clothing and accessories. A person with a sewing machine could potentially start small, taking orders from individual customers and gradually expanding. But there's an important point here. You need to understand what is actually permitted and what is not. You shouldn't assume that because something looks like ZCC related merchandise, it is automatically allowed or officially approved. If you are producing or selling anything carrying much names, logos, or symbols, you should also consider intellectual property and permission issues. Now let's go to printing and branding. This one is often overlooked. Large gatherings require communication materials that create opportunities for printing and design businesses, providing things such as posters, banners, programs, invitations, signs, t-shirts, business cards, graphic design, stickers. There are so many that you can print with the printing and branding company. And again, you don't necessarily need a massive printing company. A graphic designer could create designs digitally and outsource the actual printing. That means the entrepreneur can potentially make money from the design, coordination, and delivery rather than owning every piece of equipment. Then let's go to photography and videography. This is another interesting one, especially in today's social media era. When people attend major gatherings, they want to capture memories. That creates potential opportunity for event photographers, video videographers, editors, live streaming services, social media content creators. Imagine attending a major event with a camera and offering professional photography services to families or groups. But again, there's a big distinction between personal photography and filming inside the restricted areas or recording people without permission. Anyone in this space should respect the rules of the event and obtain permission when necessary. Now, let's talk about something I know many people are going to understand immediately: beauty and grooming. Before traveling to an important event, people may want their hair done, clothes prepared, overall appearance looking good. That this creates opportunities for hairdressers, braiders, barbers, makeup artists, wig installers, tailors, and so forth. And these businesses don't necessarily have to operate at the church gathering itself. For example, someone can run a salon in their local community and market their services to people preparing for what? For major events. Now let's talk about agriculture and food supply. This one could potentially be much bigger than people realize. Large gatherings require large quantities of food and other supplies. That means farmers and agricultural businesses could potentially benefit by supplying. They could supply vegetables, they could supply fruits, eggs, meat, grain. There are so many things that they could supply. Poultry products, any other food products they can supply. And this brings us to an important business lesson. Don't always look at the person buying the product. Look at the entire supply chain. If 10,000 people need to eat, someone has to produce the food, someone has to transport it, someone has to store it, someone has to prepare it, and someone has to sell it. That means there can be opportunities at different stages of the supply chain. Let's talk about money, mobile money, and payment services. Large gatherings can also increase the demand for convenient payment methods, depending on local regulations and the services available. Entrepreneurs may find opportunities around mobile money services, cash in and cash out services, payment facilitation, selling airtime and data, mobile accessories. However, this is one area where you absolutely need to comply with the rules of the relevant mobile money provider and financial regulations. Don't just start handling people's money without understanding the legal requirements. Lastly, but not least, digital and social media services. Let's bring this into the modern world. ZCC has a huge community, and like everyone else, church members use social media. That creates potential opportunities for people with digital skills. For example, video editing, graphic design, social media management, photography, content creation, digital marketing, website development. Someone could help a legitimate church related organization, event organizer, or business create professional social media content. And this is particularly interesting because you don't necessarily have to live near a major gathering. Some digital providers can be provided remotely. But here's the important part. Now, before you run off and think, I found a business, I'm going to set up a store at the next ZCC gathering or even inside the ZCC gathering. Hold on. There are several things you need to consider. Number one, permission. You cannot assume that because thousands of people are attending an event, you can simply arrive and start the business or start selling. You may need permission from the organizers or property owners. Secondly, competition. If there are thousands of people attending, there may also be hundreds of other entrepreneurs trying to sell to those same people. So you need to ask yourself, what makes my business different? Okay. Then thirdly, rules and regulations. Depending on what you are selling, you may need licenses, permits, food safety compliance, transport permits, and other legal requirements. Fourthly, don't confuse a large audience with guaranteed profit. Just because thousands of people are present doesn't necessarily mean they will automatically buy from you. You still need a good product, good pricing, good customer service, and proper planning. So, is ZCC a business opportunity? In my opinion, the more accurate way of looking at it is this: a large religious community can create an economic ecosystem around it. When large numbers of people gather, they create demand. And wherever there is demand, entrepreneurs need to look for ways to provide goods and services. So the opportunity is not necessarily making money from ZCC. It's about identifying legitimate needs within a large community and finding ethical ways to meet those needs. And that distinction is very important. So, those are some of the business opportunities that entrepreneurs could potentially explore um, around the ZCC community and major gatherings. But now I want to hear from you. What other businesses do you think can benefit from the ZCC or community? And if you are a ZCC member, have you ever bought something from a business specifically because it was convenient during church gathering? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this different perspective in ZCC, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Bye.